From this video, you will learn about the main source of the catalog of human population and knowledge obtained in the course of scientific research done by the Special Scientific Laboratory Catalog of Human Souls. Knowledge of that Homo sapiens are biorobots, that human psyche or soul is software, that software of any person can be easily uncovered, and so on. To date, no one knows for sure who gave and preserved this knowledge, but after it was written down, it got the title Shan Hai Jing, which can be translated from Chinese as the Canon or Catalog of Mountains and Seas. According to some historians, Shan Hai Jing is an anonymous monument which presumably dates back to the late 3rd century BC or early 2nd century BC. It consists of 18 scrolls combined into two sections: Canon or Book of Mountains, Shan Jing, or Canon of 5 Innermost Mountains, Zang Jing, in 5 scrolls, and Canon of the Seas, Hai Jing, in 13 scrolls. Legend claims that Shan Hai Jing was engraved on sacred vessels by Bo Yui, an assistant to the wise semi-mythical ruler of the ancient times, Yui the Great, who lived in 23rd century BC. Yui the Great entered the throne in 2205 BC. Authors of the Han epoch attribute authorship of the literary monument Shan Hai Jing to Yui the Great and his companion Bo Yi. According to legend, Yui the Great dealt with a great flood which fell upon earth and arranged it. The deedful ruler allegedly came to know its mountains, rivers, their spirits, as well as animals and plants. He ordered his assistant to describe everything that was seen. As a result, these recordings, together with images of spirits, fantastic animals, birds, and plants, were engraved on 9 ritual vessels tripods. Later on, these sacred vessels were lost. However, according to historical annals, prior to their strange disappearance, the text of the Catalog of Mountains and Seas, along with amazing images of representatives of flora and fauna, spirits and deities, were all copied. So this answers the question why some date Shan Hai Jing back to the 3rd or 2nd centuries BC, while others back to 23rd century BC. The Catalog of Mountains and Seas, as the source of information, appeared during the time of Yui the Great, and it got the form of a text much later. We tend to agree with those researchers who date Shan Hai Jing back to 23rd century BC, since, according to Dan Zhu, the Catalog of Mountains and Seas was recorded only after its long-term oral existence. This point of view is expressed in his commentaries to the famous monument Spring and Autumn. Reports that Yui the Great and his assistant Bo Yi created the Catalog of Mountains and Seas exist in, for example, Wang Chong's treatise called Critical Essays. Quote, "When Yui and Bo Yi were taming the waters of the flood, Yui was engaged in calming the waters, while Bo Yui in recording information about various things, and they created the Catalog of Mountains and Seas." End quote. It should be noted that apparently in mythologies of almost all cultures of the world, meaning those which continue to exist as well as those which already sank into the oblivion, in almost all of them exist facts that show that the catalog of human population was present in these cultures. This is not difficult to trace by carefully studying the ancient, the archaic cultural layers. However, the source itself was preserved only in one culture, the culture of China. And this is not surprising, since Chinese culture is not only ancient, but also, in spite of everything, and unlike it is with representatives of other cultures, the Chinese managed to preserve it, as well as their traditions, from the ancient times to the present day.